Hello, everyone. Welcome back to East of Our Lives. This is John.
This is Morant.
So, last week we talked about charts having a bit of a hangover coming out of New Year's and the holiday season. But this week it seems like they're getting back to themselves with new releases, new rules, and with new announcements from major artists coming left and right. It seems like things are moving again. I mean, can we say that the charts are getting back in full throttle?
Yeah, I think they definitely are. And with everything that is about to be bestowed upon us, and with all of the things that today we're going to talk about during this episode, I think we're all convinced that it's going to be definitely a super showdown at the charts on Billboard Hot 100, Billboard 200. So I'm super excited.
Yeah, I mean, we have our notes. It's going to be a great new episode. We have so many things to talk about. So let's begin. Let's talk about charts. And let's begin with I Just Might by Bruno Mars, eyeing
Yeah.
that number one.
Yeah, he definitely is. And I think this is going to be, I think if he achieves his feat, the first time that he's going to debut number one on Billboard Hot 100, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's surprising that he has never had a number one debut in his career. I mean, it's a known fact that Bruno Mars singles actually take their time to get to number one. And this time, it looks like it's going to be an exception. I Just Might is doing great on Spotify, on iTunes. It's still number one there, on Apple Music as well, and on YouTube too. So it's doing great on all platforms. But actually, what I wonder is how it's gonna get to number one. I mean, the prediction accounts say that it is gonna debut at number one, but when you look at Spotify US, it only had a day at number one, right?
Yeah, and also US Apple Music, it never reached number one, and it's currently number four. It peaked at number two. So I think it definitely is the case where digital song sales are, I think, really helping him because it's been stable throughout the week. And also, I think it has seen some quite remarkable ads on US radio, right?
Exactly. It's started off great in radio. It looks like it's gonna be its strongest suit there too. And it's doing great on YouTube. I mean, for the week, that is important, but for next week, it's not gonna matter anymore. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, but when you look at the charts on YouTube, for example, Golden is doing great, but the Fate of Ophelia is at number 10 today, where I Just Might is number 4. So
Yeah.
on different platforms, it's ahead of different songs. So
Yeah.
maybe that's why they're predicting that it might get to number one.
Yeah, yeah. I think the huge numbers that is driving in YouTube is definitely helping him. And although the Fate of Ophelia draws almost the kind of same amount of streams in the US, like last week, I just might also end up beginning by Joe are drawing bigger numbers. So now it has competition, but I think the main competition item that the Fate of Ophelia is kind of staying in the competition is basically radio's existence right now. In
Exactly.
addition to kind of probably being and ending the week at number three on streaming songs chart.
Yeah. Uh, let's also talk about the criticism that Bruno Mars is facing at the moment. Some accounts on Twitter and some in the comments, you can see that people are complaining that he has released another song that is very similar to his previous material. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it's kind of definitely something that could be spotted on when you see that the song is not very far away from the initial songs that they released. But I think
Yeah,
that's not something to be talked about because this is definitely if this song definitely draws a lot of consumption around the song, then people are enjoying the song.
exactly.
I think at this point it doesn't matter if it's kind of similar or not. But I think what I was a bit kind of dumbfounded about was that he responded to one of the users on social media.
Yeah, I've seen that tweet, which just got deleted like minutes after. So I was surprised to see that too. I mean, you would think that he wouldn't care about one comment about this, but he apparently does. He got furious and responded to somebody on Twitter, and he deleted it right after. But I kind of agree with you. I like the song very much. I put it on my playlist right away. Uh, and he actually had like two gigantic hits that are very different from each other. The last three songs that he released are all from different genres, and one is
Yeah,
K-pop, one is adult contemporary, one is rap, and now he's back to his roots actually that people love him for. A
yeah,
formula that has worked tremendously well in the past.
yeah,
So I don't think there's anything to talk about. There's anything to complain. So I don't really find the criticisms right, and or like you said, something to be talked about.
yeah,
This is a formula that works well. People love him for it, and this is his style. He doesn't have to reinvent himself. He has
yeah,
passed that point in his career. He doesn't have anything to prove.
yeah.
So yeah, I don't agree with the criticisms as well.
Yeah, I think at this point in the industry, no artist has to be pushed to the limits to reinvent themselves for some
Yeah.
reason or one another. Because, I mean, every artist should have the rights to produce what they want to produce. And this should not be a point of criticism. And if so, then what's the point of, artistry and creativity and, having
Exactly.
your base that people love? I don't understand, really.
Exactly. I mean, if he reinvents himself, then people are gonna ask for the old Bruno. And when he does release a song
Yeah,
that is very old Bruno, and they are asking for a new version of it, a new reinvented version of a song, or an album or a style, and you never really can please anybody.
yeah,
So he should do what he wants to do,
yeah,
and he came up with a great song
yeah,
that is a very great actually way of celebrating his career and the enormous success that he is having this past year. So
yeah.
kudos to him. I'm wishing him all the luck in his chart endeavors.
Yeah, and it looks like that is going really great so far.
Exactly. So yeah, the chart predictions say that he's gonna debut at number one, but it's very close in points to Fate of Ophelia. And let's talk about the Fate of Ophelia again, because it is still number one, and it just got to its 10th week.
Yeah. Wow. Huge congratulations. I think one of the milestones that we have seen this week was the life of a showgirl now that it has already scored 12 weeks atop Billboard 200. It's
Mhm.
been now one of only five albums in the history that has spawned at least one hit that has generated at least 10 weeks at top of Hot 100. Wow. And when we look at the list of five artists, I mean, we see like huge artists like Santana, Adele, and I think it's definitely great to be there. Kudos to Taylor Swift.
Exactly. I remember that Santana era actually with Smooth and Maria Maria.
Yeah,
I remember that very well. I'm getting old.
yeah. No, but I mean,
Uh,
that song's got a sick, right?
yeah, exactly. And The Fate of Ophelia is Taylor's first double-digit number one hit, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely, definitely. Until now, it was only the maximum that she got to was 8 weeks with Antihero. So
yeah,
now that's also a new league.
exactly. And I think I remember it right. This is also Max Martin's first 10-week number one hit as well. So that's
Yeah,
a plus for him
exactly.
too.
Definitely. And also, I think what we should, I think, really come to applaud should be Taylor Swift being like 20 years into her career, having new peaks in her career and constantly breaking some new records. And also Max Martin, being in the industry for so long, achieving so many number
30
one
years
hits.
maybe.
So wow, what a collab that has spawned a
Exactly.
gigantic hit.
Yeah, that's a collab that works well. So kudos to both. So let's move on and talk about Olivia Dean, who is having a
Wow.
tremendous year, of course. Uh, Last week she had 6 songs on Hot 100, and this week she had it one more. So now she has 7 songs, sort of like an album bomb, and she didn't even intend to do it. So that's a huge accomplishment as well.
Yeah.
Uh, we keep talking about her. I mean, we can keep talking about her. She's amazing. And there's
Yeah.
some Grammy buzz actually coming in a few weeks. We're gonna be seeing more of her probably.
Yeah, definitely. And so I think really great to see that people are not getting enough of her, so they just can't help but stream her album. So that's why I think her album got all the way up to number 3 on Billboard 200 this week, achieving new peak, and also on the minimal charts of Billboard 200, like top album sales, top streaming albums chart as well, all number 3. So I think it's
Mhm.
really great. One thing that I'm super excited and don't want it to happen is that for when a new artist like Olivia Dean comes huge with an album, then we see a huge pressure on the artist's shoulder to create on the follow-up album. Then also this pressure is followed up by huge social media buzz, like huge criticism, almost weighted on like the front lines to kind of pull the trigger when the new song comes out. So I just hope that this happened to Olivia Dean, that everyone just cares and embraces whatever she does, because definitely these are the type of artists that we need in the industry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I so agree. I hope that doesn't happen. But the sophomore slump happens to some artists, and that is expected. And Olivia seems such a down-to-earth person, and I hope, I mean, I kind of think that she will handle it well. And she creates from her soul. I mean, she relates to her songs, and I'm sure she's gonna come up with a great album, no matter what the sales are.
Yeah.
And I just want to talk about one thing about Olivia Dean. I've seen some comments about how she might get to number one now that YouTube is going away from the charts. She might find a spot actually because the top 5 on Billboard Hot 100 is pretty stable at
Yeah.
this point, and all of the songs in top 5 kind of have videos that are doing well on YouTube. Uh, of course, Olivia has a great video as well, but it's not as strong as the others on YouTube.
Hmm. Hmm.
So when YouTube is gone, the others are going to lose some points, of course, but Olivia might stay stable. So do you think she might get to number one in like a
Yeah.
week, maybe?
I think that is kind of like the most delicate arrangement that I think we can see in the history of Billboard Hot 100 charts.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we're going to talk about the big artists that are about to release. We'll talk about the Super Bowl that is upon us. We'll talk about Grammys. So it's almost like the most narrow kind of gap a week that can be ever for her to snatch that. And also, I think, she's already reaching high maximum levels of streams on your Spotify, on your Apple Music, always at the top of ranks on US iTunes. So, I mean, if she really tops this, then yes, I mean, of course, she definitely deserves that number
There's a
one.
window. Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's a window. She can squeeze in a week, especially with the Grammys coming, and there's still some room to grow in radio. So she might do that. I mean, I hope she does. I genuinely wish that. So hopefully we're gonna be seeing her at number one soon.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's move on to Stranger Things. Of course, not the series.
Wow.
We're not gonna talk about the series, but the
Oh,
song, of course.
definitely. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Just a joke.
The the finale actually has shaken up the charts. I mean, everybody knows about End of Beginning at this point. It has topped global Spotify and US Spotify ever since the finale. And the song is actually having like a third life at this point when it was released in 2022 and it kind of got viral in 2024. And now it's actually having another peak. It just got to number six on Billboard Hot 100, which is really unprecedented, having a third one
Mm.
at Billboard Hot 100.
Yeah.
And it continues to do well, actually. It's still number one.
Yeah. Number one on global Spotify, number one on US Spotify, and number
Yeah,
one on all of those platforms with huge numbers and which is
yeah,
stable, like dropping like 8 million streams during weekdays on global Spotify, like almost 2 million streams on US Spotify, which are the numbers that I think we've not seen last year on Spotify for some time. So dropping that at a very stable rate, wow, definitely kudos.
exactly. It might even go up. I mean, like we said, the top five is pretty stable with these numbers. It might actually crack it.
Yeah.
Though the predictions aren't saying that, but anything can happen, right?
Yeah, I wish it did have some radio support,
Yeah.
because obviously the general public is definitely wanting to hear that song. So I think if it did have some radio support, I think it could definitely battle for number one.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's missing at this point.
Yeah,
Uh, but it might be too late when radio catches up, because this is
yeah.
obviously coming from the popularity of the finale. And the interesting thing is that the song isn't even featured on the series. I mean, it's just a song from one of his popular actors, a black
Yeah.
character, uh, and it's not on the series. Actually, it's not even on one episode or the finale.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
interesting part.
Yeah. But what
But
if it doesn't wane? I think it might just not wane because we've seen a lot of songs that just stuck around on Spotify last
yeah,
year.
I
So
was just
anything is just out on the table right now.
exactly. Let's talk about the songs that are actually on the finale and on the episode.
Mm,
Purple Rain by
yeah.
Prince re-entered Billboard Hot 100. It previously peaked at number two in 1984, but it just got popular again. I mean, with the finale. And it's not the only song, of course. Fleetwood Mac's Landslide debuted on Hot 100 for the first time. Can you believe that?
Definitely. I mean, what kind of a rule set was it, or what kind of a world was it that did not allow Landslide to debut on Hot 100? I mean, I mean, as just as a charts fan, I'm just happy that at this moment, these kind of songs have the charts, have the chance to chart on a Billboard Hot 100 because the rules allow it. Because I mean, that song, I mean. It is like everything. It's one of the monumental songs in, I think,
Exactly.
American music standards.
Exactly. It has like more than 1 billion streams, and Fleetwood Mac is huge in US. The Billboard rules, like you said, were different back then. Like you had to release a physical single to get into the Hot 100. Probably they didn't release that. I'm not sure,
Mm,
but maybe that's the reason why.
yeah.
So Landslide got to number 45, 41,
Wow.
sorry. this
Wow.
week, and it's actually their 26th career entry on the chart and first debut since Peacekeeper, which is one of my personal
Yeah.
favorites in
Yeah.
2003.
Yeah, well, I think it's also what a great chance that I mean we gotta think Stranger Things to give us a chance to commemorate artists like
Yeah,
Prince, Fleetwood Mac. Oh, wow.
yeah. I mean, these songs are having a second life thanks to the series, and Fleetwood Mac actually got into an elite list by having a Hot 100 hit in 5 different decades. Now they have one in
Wow.
2020s as well. So that's
Wow.
another huge feat. And
Yeah.
one last song, it's not ending there. Kate Bush and Running Up That Hill also
Yeah.
re-entered the chart at 46.
Oh, wow. That's huge. That's amazing. Also, another, I think, great song to hear. And also, thank you, Stranger Things, for allowing this moment in our
Yeah.
lives.
So let's move on. Let's move on to country hits of our lives.
Yeah, exactly. Country. I mean, it's maybe it's going to be the year of country. I don't think anyone is, talking enough about country right now. I'm not sure if people have come to grasp of how country has increased in the past couple of weeks. I mean, for example, last year we were going to talk about Morgan Wallen, at least in terms of commercial mainstream chart success. But now, like we're talking about Ella Langley, in addition to Morgan Wallen, we're talking about Zach Bryan, we're talking about Luke Combs. Whenever they release something that's like it's constantly has some chart appeal as a response after they release.
Exactly. I mean, country never has been unpopular. It has like this, like a quiet force on charts, and we have seen Morgan Wallen getting back to number one after 3 months on Billboard 200. I mean, that's huge, surpassing Taylor Swift. And we got Zach Bryan with the new album having all
Yeah.
those songs chart on Apple Music and on Spotify. I mean, we're looking at another album bomb.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not sure if all the songs are going to chart, but at least I think a plenty, some of those will definitely chart. And I think it's definitely going number one on Billboard 200 based on his daily double predictions.
Yeah,
And it's number one on US Apple Music. So wow, kudos, definitely.
yeah. He's looking to have a top 15 hit with what was the song?
Plastic Cigarettes?
Yes, exactly. The
Yeah,
predictions say that it's gonna debut at
yeah,
number 14.
yeah. Yeah, I think Zach Bryan's voice is so haunting and it's so soulful, and also I think that's the
Mhm.
way also Plastic Cigarette has been, I think, orchestrated and produced. It's so raw. I mean, I think that's kind of the way that it has appealed to also to I think mainstream users because I don't think it's just. In the country lane right now, it's not, I think, only listened to by country users because otherwise it wouldn't have the chance to be so stable on so many
Mhm.
different kind of streaming services right now. I think it has reached to an even larger audience in the mainstream appeal, which I think also is helped by his previous seats. I remember everything.
Yeah, with Casey Musgraves. That was the
Yes,
song, right?
exactly, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. And the chart points as weak as they are, I think it's gonna help him get more songs on Hot 100. So we're looking at like a good amount of songs entering uh,
Yeah,
the chart.
yeah,
Speaking of country, of course, Ella Langley is doing great with choosing Texas. She made a good decision
yeah,
there. Uh,
yeah,
the video is also doing great on YouTube, so that's helping it as well.
yeah.
And the video is a favorite of mine. If you know, you know. Uh, uh, so She is one of the stable acts on top 10 of Hot 100, and it's continuing to do so. With I Just Might
Yeah,
coming, it might follow spot, but it's hanging on there with increased points.
yeah,
So it looks like this is gonna be a great year for her.
yeah. And still stable on US iTunes, US Apple Music, US Spotify.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like how, and it's been doing that for weeks, not just like a couple of weeks, for like almost like 6 or 7
Yeah, yeah,
weeks.
very stable. Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. That's
yeah.
very
Uh,
promising for her.
Definitely, definitely. And also Luke Combs, Sleepless in a Hotel Room.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Wow.
doing great as well.
I think that's so huge. And also, I think it has just got to a new level of popularity with the new tracking week starting, although the song was released in the last tracking week.
Mhm.
Definitely kudos to Luke Combs. I don't think it's going to, of course, kind of debut at top 10 or maybe not even top 20, but I think it's definitely going to debut at the upper echelons of Hot 100.
Yeah. Next week it seems like we're gonna have plenty of country songs dominating the chart.
Yeah,
So kudos to all the artists. And
yeah,
let's look at some actual new entries and some new accomplishments. Uh, like Cat's Eye getting
yeah.
another Hot 100 hit with Internet Girl debuting at number 29. That's a
Wow.
huge debut.
Yeah, definitely. And
And
also Gabriella coming at 21,
exactly,
right?
exactly, Gabriella has been doing great ever since. And I
Yeah,
think it still has room to grow. Uh, and now they have another hit. That's their highest debut, by the way, just
yeah,
past Snarly. So it's very exciting to see a girl band after all these years having this amount of success, and it's just the
yeah.
start, probably. Uh, so yeah, I mean, I'm very glad that this is happening for them.
Yeah, definitely. And they have such a diverse group of acts. I think from
Mm,
different backgrounds and also with different styles in terms of vocal. So I think they're definitely reaching a different, also diverse set of people and audience
yeah,
thanks to all of those things and thanks to the songs that they came up with. So wow, it's been definitely great to watch them, and I think they're definitely go for more.
exactly. And their videos are also nice, and they dance amazingly well. It's really haunting seeing them all doing all those moves. And also, I'm wishing them all the best. They deserve it.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, let's look at some other new entries. A sudden resurgence of Zara Larsson on Hot 100. That was very surprising, don't you think? I wasn't expecting
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I wasn't expecting that. Of course, it's really great to see Zara Larsson. I mean, we've been listening to this song like, I don't know, like 5 years ago. I had honestly been not listening to that for some time now, but I mean, super happy to see her, back in the, nice rolling things and commercial charts. What do you think?
Exactly. I mean, Lush Life is one of my actually favorite go-to tracks at gym, in New Year's, during the summer as well. So it's actually one of my favorite tracks from the
Wow.
past 10 years. So I'm glad
Wow.
it's having a new life with the virality on TikTok, and it just got to number 70. It last charted like nearly a decade ago, so it's having a new life. That's
Yeah.
huge for her. I'm so glad that this is happening, and she also has another song with Pink Panthers. I hope I'm
Yeah.
pronouncing that right. Stateside. Billboard first didn't actually credit her, Sarah Larson, and then with the backlash from the Twitter crowd, they decided to include her too. So now she has like
Yeah.
two songs on Hot 100 all of a sudden.
Yeah, exactly. And now that she released Midnight Sun only a few months ago, I'm
Yeah,
sure she must be thrilled to see now that she's getting back into the spotlight with the new
yeah,
arts that she's creating. Kudos.
exactly. And she's having a great year, and I hope it's gonna get only better. Yeah, I mean, we shall move on to the new releases. Like, huge things are coming, people,
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
the moment that we've been waiting for. I mean, sometimes like things would happen at charts, and we will be like, only Harry Styles or Taylor Swift could save us from this bleak moment that we were having at charts. So Harry Styles has just started teasing a new project. Uh, all around the world, the posters are up saying "We belong together." Probably not the Mariah song, uh, but yeah, he's getting back.
Yeah, definitely. And I think we definitely missed him. We definitely miss his dominance on charts. I think we definitely miss his, I think, vocal acrobatics, and also his kind of experimentation in style and how he's,
Mhm.
not fitting himself into a box in terms of artistry. So I'm sure whatever he's going to come up with, I'm sure it's going to be something to listen to. So I think it's going to be definitely some force.
Exactly. I'm very curious about the visuals too, because he's done amazingly well and very experimental with the videos, with the album covers and all. I'm very curious about what he's going to come up with this time. And the rumor has it that he has booked a new residency in Madison Square Garden. And
Wow.
that word on the street is that the album is coming in March and the single is coming this month. Of
Mhm.
course, these are all rumors, but if the single
Yeah.
is coming this month, I mean, it's like a number one debut for sure. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm just, again, just as a Church fan, I hope that it comes soon and also it comes around like the Super Bowl and Grammy performances. So all artists go neck to neck at number one. Bruno Mars, Taylor Swift, Harry Styles, Bad Bunny,
Olivia
some
Dean.
Grammy superstar that we're expecting, as the big win of the night. So, if all would go with their songs and with their albums for number one, if they all are like so close, like on streaming, on sales, on radio, wow, what a week it would be.
You painted quite a picture. I mean, like that's every chart fan's dream. That
Yeah,
scenario. I mean, I hope we're getting that.
yeah,
And it might happen. I mean, it is possible. This might all happen.
yeah,
Why not?
yeah, yeah,
Uh, I mean, if he's teasing it right now, I don't think the single is coming like 2 months later. It's probably dropping in a few weeks.
yeah,
Uh, I mean, looking at the past, he has always done this kind of teasing, but he never
yeah.
really revealed the album name or the song title. So I don't think the song title is "We Belong Together" or the album name. I think it probably is a lyric from the song or from any song on the album.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna find out
Anything can
soon.
happen. Yeah, wow.
Anything can
But
happen. Yeah,
definitely we can't wait, that's for sure.
exactly. Speaking of new announcements, BLACKPINK is also coming back with their third mini album, Deadline, which is dropping February 27th on the same day with Bruno Mars. This is the Romantic. So we're gonna have a clash that week on Billboard 200 as well.
Oh,
Another
wow. The
exciting
competition
news
that we've been
upon
yearning
us.
for.
Exactly. I mean,
Yes.
that's gonna be one hell of a competition.
Yeah.
I mean, who's gonna go out on top? What do you think
Oh,
that
wow.
week?
I think, with Blackpink's recent performances in global charts. I think in the global arena, Blackpink I think has some chance. I think, but I think in the US, it's gonna be really close race. And if it's going to come down to like a couple of thousand units, are they going to go for it all and release some variants, some
Mhm.
other things to go for that extra sale? So, wow, I can't wait to watch. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it can go either way. It also depends on the feature decks. I mean, I say this a lot actually, because Bruno Mars is known to have like very popular like features, very like streaming giants on his tracks. Uh, I mean, he had Lady Gaga, he had Rose, and who knows, he might come up with like
Yeah,
Caesar maybe.
yeah,
Uh, he might even get Ariana Grande, maybe Lady Gaga again. Who knows? And if
mhm,
they jump on the track, jump on any of the tracks, that's gonna contribute to its sales as well.
yeah,
So Blackpink also has had many collaborations too. Even as solo projects, they have collaborated with huge artists. So they might have
yeah,
that on their albums as well. So it's gonna be a very fierce competition. So it can go either way.
yeah. Definitely. And I think it's definitely going to be some competition that we did not have, I think, back in 2025. So that's why I'm also, happy that we have 2026.
Exactly. I mean, at the beginning of this episode, we were asking like, are the charts back in full throttle? I mean, they are. We're seeing Bruno Mars getting back to number one. We're talking about hairstyles, Grammys, Super Bowl, Bad Bunny, and more coming. Probably Blackpink is also coming, and
Yeah.
J. Cole also announced a new album, which is dropping
Yeah.
February 6th. And J.
Wow.
Cole is a streaming force as well. And the album is eagerly awaited. So I think we're looking at another number one and an album bomb that week. And that is the
Oh,
week of the Super Bowl and the Grammys. So it's a mess in a good way.
yeah. Yeah, definitely. So bring all the mess.
Exactly. We're looking forward to the mess.
Yes.
Let's talk about Sienna Spiro,
Oh,
shall we?
we should. We should. But I feel like we gotta turn all the lights off. We gotta, I think embrace
Get into the mood.
the dark, the heart-wrenching, the aching, desperation in the song because I think that's gonna give it all, right?
Exactly. What a song and what a vocal performance. I
Wow.
mean, uh, I didn't hear about her before the song actually, and like you said, it's heart-wrenching.
Yeah.
And her vocals, there's something like we haven't heard in a while. That
Yeah.
aching, like you said, that longing.
Yeah.
We really gotta get into the mood, actually. And the song that we're talking about is "Die on This Hill," which was number one on today's top hits. And people were asking like, "Who is she?" and "Why is this song on top
Yeah.
of this playlist?" And actually, the song is quite popular and it got to number nine on UK charts in November, and it's doing great on global Spotify as well. So it is a popular song, but many
Yeah.
people probably missed it out, and but
Yeah.
everybody should actually give it a shot. It's a very great song, and her vocals are out of this world.
Yeah, definitely. And I think if we have seen her song on today's top hits on Spotify, I think definitely she has some support, I believe. I don't know, of course, for sure, but I believe that she has some support around the song with
Yeah,
her label. So
right.
that's also good news to have a new artist, almost a new artist like her, yeah, being supported. And the song has just reached a new peak at number 10 on global Spotify. A song can be
Mhm.
placed on today's top hits at number one, but it might not just get the amount of streams. But this song did because of this huge depth that this song has. So, wow, thank you so much, Sienna Spiro, for endowing us with this song, endowing us with your vocal talent, your raw, I think, ability to able to tell stories and really, reaching all the way and convey all the way to your audience and to us.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I almost wanna go through the same thing and like sing the song, crying in. Of course, I don't want to be in that position, but the song makes you feel that way, like makes you want to go through that pain as well. But
Yeah, yeah,
that is just great storytelling. What you said was
yeah.
interesting about today's top hits playlist. I mean, in terms like having a support to get there. For many weeks, Sabrina Carpenter's "When Did You Get Hot" has been like top 10 or top 15 on that list. But would you really consider it as one of today's top hits?
Yeah, I think that's definitely a good point. I mean, definitely Man's Best Friends, in terms of numbers, streaming numbers, did not get the appeal that Short and Sweet did.
Yeah,
Definitely a song being placed in a playlist doesn't guarantee it's being a hit. So I think that's
exactly.
basically, and then I kindly invite all of the social media people criticizing uh, Sienna Spiral being number one on today's topics that they don't know her. Really, I invite them to listen to the song and really
Yeah,
surrender themselves to this art that we have in our hands.
yeah, exactly. I really agree. So we have one more topic that we can talk about, and that is Luminate. They just released their 2025 report, and there are some quite interesting stats there. What do you
Well,
think is the most interesting one?
I think the most interesting one is I definitely did not expect rock to be one of the top genres on US Apple Music, in addition to R&B and rap. Of course, that was expected, and that was what we have seen. That was what we talked about
Mhm.
on this podcast, but I did not expect rock. Did you?
No, I didn't. I mean, rock is very interesting to be appearing on this list as the top, actually the second genre in terms of consumption. I mean, we've been talking about rap, country, pop, R&B, and hip hop, and it is number two in streams. I mean, that's very
Mm,
surprising.
yeah, definitely.
Uh,
And also one thing, yeah.
I was thinking maybe that's due to the rock songs that are like that were popular in back in 2000s
Mm,
and 90s that are still in top 20 on global Spotify, and those older songs are all rock like Sweater Weather,
mm,
Mr. Brightside,
mm,
Iris,
mm,
Yellow, Clocks, uh,
yeah.
Dreams. They're all rock. Maybe that
Yeah.
contributed to this actually position.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And Mr. Brightside's has been the song that was the most streams from the decade that it was released, right?
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
so I think that might be definitely something. And also, these kind of things have been also very interesting. And to give the exact decade, it was released in 2000s. And also one stat that I'm also was super, I think, curious to see was how global also on-demand audio streams continue to grow by 9%. We talked about how streams were really lower this year, but so the
Hmm.
overall global streams have grown. So I think maybe it kind of shows how maybe the streams this year have kind of dissolved and were differentiated across more songs. It did not just concentrate itself in a set of artists, a set of songs, but it kind of disseminated more. Maybe they did not have the hits that they did before, or people got
Yeah.
kind of more selective. What do you think?
Probably, I mean, we've been talking about lower streams and lower chart points, and this actually stat is quite surprising in that sense. Like you said, maybe people are actually moving on to other platforms, and
Yeah,
we've been looking mostly at Spotify, for example, but we don't know
yeah,
about Apple
yeah,
Music stats because they are not
yeah,
announcing them. YouTube is
yeah,
always popular. I mean, songs that are not popular on Spotify or other platforms are very popular on YouTube.
yeah,
Other platforms as well. I mean, Spotify is maybe not having quite a year like it did before, but other platforms may be surging that we don't have the data for. Maybe that's the reason.
yeah. I think that definitely that's one of the reasons, definitely. Wow.
There are more interesting stats actually by Luminate. I mean, you guys can check it out online. I mean, these are the ones that we found more interesting.
Yeah.
So if you have any comments, please share them with us. I think that's all for this episode, right?
Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and please share what you think about our contents, about the things that we talked about what you think about those. So we'll be happy to see what you wrote in the comments.
Exactly. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us. We're looking forward to talking with you, and please stay tuned. We'll be back next week.